It's, I think it was $4.
I just said, I just went looking around for it the other day. But I forgot which one it was. I have a good question. You ever, Mr. Leroy, if you drive police cruisers,
Yes.
have problems with blowing taillights?
Well, yes and no. I've replaced the taillights 2 separate occasions on that particular car. Yes, we're in a different spot.
Good thing you walked by.
Yes.
It is just gift day.
I'm sorry, what?
It's gift day.
Oh, I thought you said, my hearing is. No, I thought you said it's skip day, and it's like, skip day?
You might want to close the door a little bit. Just because we're making noise.
What you got there? No.
Yeah, that's correct. The rest of it's in the car. I put that, this is the thing I put on,
Monitor mount.
yeah. So it's a central post, this fits on it. And then the 2 arms, and there are 3 arms on each arm. So they're horizontal, and then the last one is vertical. But it's too heavy to bring in. You have to carry it back out, but this is the part that is missing right there.
Oh, the clamp. Right.
And what it looks to me like is a simple rectangle, spacer, and then the
Yeah, that's a 3D print.
Hmm?
That's a 3D print.
That's a 3D print.
Well, it's gotta hold the weight of the monitors and the
Yeah.
rack and the rail.
I'm thinking it's
That'll.
it's a couple of metal plates.
That's not what I thought was missing, so.
I have a 20-inch Dell monitor, pretty heavy, on a steel arm. It's fairly short. Mounted to the side of
Hi, Art.
Hi there.
a PLA proof of concept thing. It's cranked sideways on 2 screws, 1 U apart. So it's 1 U tall, sticks out 1 U, just because I couldn't do math, and has a hole through it and fairly thin walls with just a hole, and the arm has a pin down, and the other end has a pin down monitor mounted on that. And it's one of the spring-loaded ones. It's been there for a year now. I'm just, is this what I need? Yeah, okay, I'll go make that out of aluminum. I never made it out of aluminum, and it's still there.
Well, the story on this, just to be clear, I collect steel scrap and other scrap and have a bin behind the garage. And trash trailers come by, I flag them down and say, I got stuff for you. And I generally ask, you got anything good in there? And
As one does.
yeah. And the guy says, well, I don't know, go look. This is $174 monitor stand. He didn't know what it was, and it was scrap in the back of his truck. I traded him 2 brake rotors for it. I think I came out.
All right.
Okay, so I picked up a 3 monitor stand at the end of last summer. And I think I paid $10 for it. This is a much nicer one, but it's like, it's not so much nicer that I'm gonna take the
mess
one
with
down
it.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a block slides in, bolted to the wall probably. And then
That's
plate and
something like that, yeah. And that plate's probably on the back of whatever monitor it was.
Yeah. So,
Oh, is that the monitor connector? I just assumed that that's where the mount to the,
There's a stand
well,
or
no,
an arm on a stand.
I assumed that that was the mount to the desk and the
no,
arm.
No,
stuck.
no, I'm pretty sure the monitor fits
yeah,
here
it just slides in.
and the plate, whatever plate was on it is on the back of
Yeah,
that
so that's just,
monitor.
I thought it was the, like, bolt your thing to the wall,
Yeah.
slap this on, then your thing sat through there and held your monitors.
Well, I thought,
That's why when we said 3D print that, I was like, you're gonna 3D print and put 3 monitors plus the pole and all the rack on that? Like, I don't think I trust a piece of plastic that's only an inch wide for that.
well,
But if you're just talking about
a
the
monitor,
clip for the monitor,
it printed in ABS or something. It
Well,
hurts.
That's BLA.
Printed in 100%,
Just crappy black BLA.
printed in 100% infill. Be
And
done with.
see, I'm looking, I have plenty of 1/8 inch steel at home and a porta band. It'd be faster for me to draw the lines, cut it out, drill 2 holes to bolt that to the mount and do it. Now, do you want me to do that?
Let me try to print something, because I'm sure I can print something. They're looking at me like I'm nuts.
Yeah, that's a 15-minute design. Oh, I was thinking you had to have a pin sticking out. You don't, it's just a square.
It's just a
Yeah.
square.
So, what, standard size on a monitor is usually
I
100
thought-
by 100?
Yeah, I thought the entire Versa mount was missing. So that's the other option though, right? You take this off and you just put a standard Versa mount on the.
You could, but this is handy
That's
to be
just-
able to do the lever, take the monitor
Yeah.
off. And if you need the adjustments. Now, the 2 arms have plastic clips that hold the power and the data going to the monitors. And there should be 6 of them, there are only 5. And I'm pretty certain that wherever there's
3D
clips
printer.
on,
You know, for the price of this monitor, for this monitor mount, I'm not worried about missing a thingamabob.
I didn't figure you would. But it really is a pretty damn nice.
Yeah. Yeah. This part right here, just this bracket,
Mhm.
that just looks to me like a standard. You could buy one of those $10 Versa mounts, pull this off and stick a Versa mount on there.
Hmm. You would have to have the right width. If it's metal, it's gonna be hard to mess with.
Okay,
Yeah,
now. I
It,
need,
it looks pretty standard to me.
yeah.
That looks pretty,
I will go ahead and manufacture the back, but I need to know what your hole pattern is.
oh, okay.
And they're either 100 by 100 or 200 by 200 normally.
We're 75 by 75 for some. There's a bunch of weird sizes.
Okay. I can,
I'll bet you if you Google 3D print Visa mount, you'll find one for it.
I bet there is. All right. So this appears to be the correct power supply for that laptop. So this is very useful. A lot of this looks like it probably was for HP printers.
Oh, yeah.
So that was all of the HP power supplies that I had in my collection. I didn't know which one you needed, and I don't need any of them.
Well, anybody need an HP power supply? Because I only really need
18 volts, less than 2 amps.
power hard drive,
Hmm?
power hard drive.
Well, yeah, if you put another regulator after it.
This one here is probably for a laptop.
Old school laptop.
That one probably is a printer. It's just a standard barrel connector, and these are standard barrel connectors.
18 volts, 2¼ amps.
It's, all it's in there's, should be labeled as.
That's a heavy, oh, that's para. 18 volts, 6¼ amps. There's a good one.
There's a hefty.
The one with the
Chamber.
thin steel.
Oh, so the contents don't match what the label is?
That's a little.
No,
Cause it says
Yeah.
19 volts on the label, but you were reading off the power supply itself.
it's a
Oh, is that
universal end.
Is that in the universal? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's even more special.
Just 2 pins though.
What's going on, Mr. Ark? As you-
Not much, not much.
We are in a different room because apparently I messed up. We weren't supposed to have the room today,
Oh, really?
apparently.
So you're in one of the smaller conference rooms?
Yes, we're all sitting on top of each other right now.
Well, it's not that bad. I know Barry would not fit if he sits on my lap.
Yeah, I noticed that the camera arrangements seem to be quite a bit different, so.
The whole thing,
Table's small.
the whole thing is different. And I'm only using one camera right now, the camera on the laptop, so.
Oh, good.
So this is still midpoint, right?
Yeah, we're at midpoint, but apparently
Didn't book the rooms.
apparently I thought I booked the room, and I even thought I had confirmation that I booked the room. So either I read the confirmation wrong, or I don't know.
This thing, and the Mickey Mouse cable.
So what is this mount you're talking about? I can't see it on the screen, so.
Can you see it?
Yes.
So it's a 2-arm monitor mount.
Oh,
Three
okay.
arm monitor mount.
Well, central pole that goes on in 2 arms.
2 arms. So it's
It's
a
going home.
it's a tri monitor mount. I think I had read 27-inch up to 27-inch.
Whatever, I looked it up. It's an I mount,
Okay,
and whatever I sent in the email.
Yeah, I think that was 27
I'd
inch.
say 327s is pretty standard. There's a couple that came out with, they do like 31 or something, but.
But it's got that into it, which we think the mounting plate probably was left on the monitors that were removed from it. So we're discussing just 3D printing a mounting plate, which should be easy.
yeah,
So is this one of Mike's
Yes,
dumpster dives again?
Well,
Not exactly,
kind of.
close. The trash trawler came by and stopped to pick up scrap, and I asked him if he had anything good in the truck, and he said, well, go look. And I walked over and looked, and he didn't have the slightest idea this $174 3-arm monitor mount was, he didn't know what it was. So
it's gotta be.
I liberated it from his truck and traded in 2 brake rotors for it.
Well,
Okay.
if that's the center pole, you probably don't want the center moving a whole lot.
Right,
So
Well, there's a center pole and then a base that goes on the center pole.
the base would be the center, and then like an arm kind of arrangement comes off of the center. So
Okay.
there would be one right in the center, and then one on each side.
Yeah, each side has 3 segments, 2 of which allow you to pivot in the horizontally, and the third allows the whole monitor to pivot up and down.
They've got that locked so it doesn't pivot too much.
Yeah.
It came with a wrench.
Probably. Again,
If you want to loosen it, I've got one with me.
again, not a big deal. I mean, that's
I didn't get in the guy's truck and root around to see whether there was an Allen wrench.
that's already loose.
I'm kind of surprised they don't have one of those on the tilt.
Yeah,
I'll bet that's got a little one-way clutch and a brake in it.
Mine. But that's a heck of a thing, even if we have to print stuff for it.
So somewhere around 2008, I got a side gig to go to a spa in Florence Mall and mount a bunch of monitors. These were really neat. They were about so big you could hold them, and they had split keyboard and like a 6-inch screen in the middle. And they'd take your picture with it, and then they could cycle through what you would look like with different hairdos. And they were Visa mount, and they wanted them to be there and visible. So they came with really expensive mounts like those. But it was a single arm about this long, and there was this much room to put it. So we get there and we open up a couple of them, and this isn't going to work. So we call the company, which is in England. I don't know how they got involved in this, but they're in England. And they're like, well, how much room do we have? And we measured on all of the stations, and they were all pretty close to the same. And so if you make it this size, it'll fit. Okay. Put that stuff back in the back room, and we'll call you when the other stuff shows up. Cool. So we do that. There were 20 of these arms. And we come back a month later. We figured they had given it to somebody else. They hadn't. We get there, and there's these crappy little welded up in somebody's basement steel things that you had to adjust the tension on all the hinges to get them to stay put. And there was no way they were going to stay if they moved them at all. Okay. And we set everything up, and it was hilarious. The ads and commercials they were showing were for spas in France, which has a whole different advertisement concept than America does. And the manager's looking up at the big monitor over the doorway going, we can't show that. So we go back and unplugged it. Oh yeah. Nude girls going down a catwalk and stuff. It was hilarious. And so we turned off the projector or the central computer, and they got in the conversation, but our stuff was done. And so I'm talking on the phone, and I'm sending pictures of all of these things all mounted. Like, okay, where do you want me to send these arms to? And it's like, I'll just throw them out. It'll cost too much to ship them back. They were $180 each. I loaded 20 of those arms in the back of my tiny little car and drove home.
And your tiny little car went like this.
And sold them off slowly over the years. Still got one or two.
Wow.
but it is amazing what people.
Oh, yeah. Especially companies.
So this power supply is going home. You're taking that one.
This one is useful. This one potentially useful. So he really wants to get rid of this stuff.
No, I'll take it if you're gonna take it, throw it in the trash.
I'm not going to throw it in. I wouldn't throw power supplies in the trash. That is not me.
Really, I can bring in
No, I don't need.
some more.
I don't need more. I don't need more stuff. It. That weird little
Mhm.
flip, and Dell did the same damn thing for a while.
Yeah, that one little tough book thing I've got uses a tiny one, or USB-C.
Yeah, well, I'm charging that Dell off of the USB-C now, so I don't care. I mean,
I can get you a USB-C, a Dell USB-C charger.
I actually have one because my Chromebook charges off of USB-C, so. And that should work. I'm
Yeah.
just using that dock.
The ones I've got are 100 watt.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think 100 watts through a USB-C connector is stupid,
let's
but
say that.
it hasn't caught on fire yet.
I'm using that. There was a dock, a Dell dock in that box of random stuff, and that's what I'm using to charge it. The Dell, that's the stupid part, right? The laptop uses a little tiny connector. The Dell dock uses a normal size.
Excuse me.
Well, I don't remember, don't know whether you guys remember or not, but Mike Lowe, who came here for a while.
Yeah.
About 3 years ago, asked if anybody would be willing to help a friend of his electrify their recumbent tandem. And the woman's husband was undergoing chemo and she wanted to be able to go out and ride. He wasn't able to do it if he had to provide the energy. And I said, yeah, I'll go down and help. And they had this long, it was like 18-foot long, recumbent dual bike, not trike.
Yeah.
And they had, she purchased a hub. And what brings me to this is the entire system was like 42 volts. And they were running it through DIN plugs. It's like, and she says, well, she was an engineer of some sort, I think mechanical. Sure as that wasn't electrical. Because she said, well, there's 3 wires, you just hook them up. It's either this way and this way, or that way and that way. And I said, I'm not hooking them up without a diagram. But she did, and she burned the entire harness up.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing how much power there is in lithium cells.
Yeah, and well, she had a battery pack for the thing that was the size of a briefcase. So I made a bag for it to mount on the back of her bike but it's like if you'd arced a screwdriver across them, you would have vaporized the screwdriver.
Did any of it? Did you guys watch that video about lithium batteries that I sent?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Maybe. It was right before New Year's.
the guy was purposefully.
And I had, when I first saw it, I was like,
Poke it with a pin?
well, yes.
Okay.
Yes. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, this guy's just gonna do something stupid, but he actually was kind of knowledgeable about the whole situation.
One of the first videos I took with a phone was my youngest kid disassembling a lithium battery and dropping the bits in the beaker of water. So you can do this. You do this outside. That's cool.
Well, we were talking about power supplies here. I found a nice mini lathe on Craigslist and bought it. And one of the things that came with it was a digital readout, 24-inch digital readout along the bed of the Nexus. And on the cross slide, they had digital readouts. And there was a Hall effect sensor and a digital readout for RPM. But that whoever the original person was that put all the stuff on a cheap lathe didn't include the power supply for it. So, no problem. You know, I looked up what it needed. You know, I've got a billion male connectors. Not a single female connector in place. I said, I'm certain there's a derelict device here in the house that I can cut apart to get a feel. I didn't have the heart to cut a single one.
Do you still need it?
No.
Okay.
What I did is I took the power supply, ran it inside the barrel, took the outside one and put it on the outside of the barrel and heat shrink them together. And they're inside the enclosure. So if I ever do need to do something with it, I can. But in the same vein, the digital readout on the cross slide, they had epoxy. They'd hit it with something and broken it, hit it, and epoxied it together. And this handy dandy little thing here is calibrated to the threads per inch on the cross slide thread. And you can get it millimeters, inches. So I'm trying to put this and get it bolted back together. I managed to drill the holes in there to bolt the top onto it. And I've got this that I drilled in, and the epoxy threw the drill off, hit the chip. So if I had a microscope, I might be able to repair it. And I can't even see the wires on that. I'll give it to you. Take a look.
I was so close. I was at an auction a couple years ago, and somebody had an electronics microscope
Not that one.
for doing just this kind of work. It was a nice one. I think I ran the guy up to $400 for it, something like that.
I got mine for like 25.
Really?
This
Selling?
one was an expensive one.
I need one,
Borrow
because
it.
I'm using this.
Oh,
That's
you
like a 6-inch LCD screen.
Nice.
Oh no, this was like a 27-inch screen. It was so sweet, and it would go clear down to like 0.0001 or something. I mean, it was an insane amount of resolution.
I've got a microscope, a stereoscope, but I can't sit there for 2 hours with this thing right there. That just hurts.
You nicked that shit bad.
So not to beat a dead horse, the 3D printer.
3D printer is gonna fix the boo-boo.
No,
3D printer will not fix the boo-boo, no.
The 3D printer would have prevented the boo-boo.
Well, I was doing okay until I hit that epoxy that they put in there, and it pushed the drill bit
Off the side.
just enough off the side.
Yeah.
so the other piece that rotates,
I got all the pieces at home. I wasn't gonna put them on, but
it's weird. It makes electrical contact. I assume that's just to ground it, so it doesn't get noise from the frame.
You can't see it, but there's a big old
Great
nice,
stuff in the black.
there's a nice little spot of that chip that's not there.
so this is a rotary extender we do is on here, and then the readout is for this.
I thought for a second you were showing a caliber, but that's not what that is.
Close.
It's close, yeah.
Bet the chip is the same as what they use in a caliper.
Well, the third part of DRO on this is a 24-inch linear, yeah,
Mhm.
1,000 centimeters. The lathe only has, the carriage only has 13.5 inches of travel. And they got a 24-inch.
Right, because they don't make a 14-inch one.
Nope.
So since you have this here, I have a 80 millimeter by 80 millimeter by 8 millimeter and with a 4-prong version of this plug that has crooked. And I guess they're discontinued because they want like $25 to $40 a pop for those fans now. If anybody might know where a better place to get that or have one laying around.
Size fan.
80 millimeter by 80 millimeter by 8 millimeter with a 4-pin plug.
8 millimeter?
So
10.
tell me.
Probably 80, yeah.
It's
That's really,
80,
really thin.
80 millimeter by 80 millimeter by 8.
I've never seen one that thin.
It was on those 10 gig nicks.
Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so they don't turn on without the fan being present. And I can't stand to listen to the fan go.
I think I've got them. And I know exactly where it's sitting because I haven't.
Well, I'm just saying, if anybody's got one floating about,
I think I
I
do.
might be in the market for one.
Well,
80 by 80, that's big.
Millimeter, 8
Yeah.
centimeters.
Yeah,
It's 8 centimeter by 8 centimeter by.
that's pretty big. That's too big to go in. I mean, they use 40 millimeter in one U cabinets. That's
I will bring it next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're live next week, correct?
yes, maybe.
In
In theory.
in theory, I'm going to verify. I'm going to go up when we're done and verify that what I think is happening is happening. Next week, just it's going to be a short meeting, if I'm right. So it's 5 to 6:30. So
In any event, it'll be either a room like this, a phone booth, or the big room. I will bring it. It may not be what you need.
What was I? I forgot what the numbers were on it.
Is it 5-volt or 12?
I couldn't tell you.
Well, Motorola says they shipped my thing, but they didn't take the money. That's nice of them. Maybe I get free phones. Let me have those 2 boxes, Barry. Please.
Oh,
What'd you get from Motorola?
Oh, well,
Upgrade?
it's not an upgrade. It's a downgrade for me. It's a side grade for Patty. We ended up with just the 2026 Moto Gs.
Mhm.
Just straight Moto G, 128 gigs of storage, and I think it said 6 gigs of RAM.
Yeah, weird number.
Weird number, yeah. So it's kind of a downgrade for me, but I decided as much as I like the stylus, I could live without the stylus, at least for now,
Yeah,
because I was looking mostly at cost. The stupid styluses are $350, and the
you know what you
Moto.
get last year's?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think it was just as much for last year's. But It doesn't matter, they've shipped them, so they're coming. They were so far, I ordered these before New Year's and they're so far behind on shipping,
Yeah,
so. But
I'm considering an upgrade or side.
a side grade.
But
Well,
This one
this
still does fine.
was, I think, a 2023.
Mhm.
And we got it in 2024, and I haven't gotten an update, a security update in a very long time. It might be a
Really?
2022. I know when I bought it, it was already a year old.
Yeah. Mine got a 2022 that is still getting security updates.
I haven't gotten a security update in over a year,
Uh,
so.
I've got mine set to automatic. I can tell that they have downloaded it because everything is screwed up the next time I could use the phone.
It wants to reboot and do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine updates about every 2.5 or 3 months. Then it reboots and it's fine.
That's
It's a
interesting.
Motorola. What, yours is gets screwed up?
No, mine hasn't gotten an update and
Okay, but when it was getting updates, did
it,
you
it
have
never
issues?
screwed up. It would just sit there and reboot.
Yeah, I think the only issue I ever had was one time it reset my color preferences. That was it, and it took me 15 minutes to fix.
Yeah, it seems to me like, oh, one time it installed a Motorola app that wants to install other apps,
Yeah,
and I disabled that sucker like immediately.
yeah, there are no Motorola apps on this thing, I don't think.
I've got the Motorola Atmos,
The audio driver
the
thing.
audio driver, but I think that's the only thing I'm using for Motorola. This is about as pure Android experience as you're gonna get,
Yeah,
almost. But I don't know, he's out of the hospital, but I don't know if you knew Dad went into the hospital.
No, I didn't know that. Sorry to hear that.
He's out. They couldn't find out what's wrong with him.
Can't seem to figure out anything anymore.
They did all kinds of blood. He was in the hospital for a week.
Good atrium?
Atrium.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me about atrium.
But they sent the blood work to Miami Valley. So I would have thought it would have been better, but they did all kinds of blood work. Basically, when they released him, they had him on antibiotics, and the antibiotics seemed to be doing the job. So they said, we'll just keep you on antibiotics. And
That's not a good long-term solution, though.
well, he should be off of them tomorrow, I think. So, and he went from looking really, really weak to being up and mobile and running around, just begging to leave. Just, I want to get out of here. But of course, the hospital wants to keep you for as long as they can.
Depends on what you're there for.
Well, for him, because they kept saying, we can't find out what's wrong with you. We can't let you go. And at first it was, well, we need you to be 24 hours with a normal fever, normal temperature. And he hit that. And they were like, no, we still don't know what's wrong with you. You can't go yet. And he's like, but I'm doing better. And he was.
Oh, this is kind of a funny story associated with that. Julie's grandmother was 94, 95 years old. And so she makes a trip to the emergency room and they can't find a bed for her. They said, oh, we're going to have to trade patients around until we find a bed for you. Which didn't make any sense to me. You either have a bed or you don't.
Right.
So everybody else had to work, but I didn't, so I'm staying there with her grandmother. It's like 2:30 in the morning. She wakes up, looks over at me and says, "How come I always get you?" So we start discussing things and have a nice conversation about you can't make jelly without pectin. Finally, at like 5:30 in the morning, we get her in the room. So I go home. Julie and I come back at 5:30 in the afternoon. The sun is just coming up. Her grandmother wakes up and perceives it not to be 5:30 in the evening, but 5:30 in the morning. And she takes the cover off of her meal, says, "Green beans for supper? What kind of place is this?"
That was Dad. He got French toast and a huge breakfast, just an insane breakfast. He doesn't really eat, he eats cereal or something. He doesn't really eat a whole lot of breakfast. And then like a small lunch, and he's like, they've got this backwards. But he's 87, 80, somewhere in that range. So it was a little scary when I got the phone call. Dad's in the hospital. I'm like, no, he's not. But that leads to what these things are. My mom, who I think she's 77, she's about 10 years younger than Dad. She has been wandering off and just we can't find her. She doesn't take her phone with her. She doesn't. It's a much bigger problem. I mean, so I bought a couple of these Android find
AirTags or something.
Find Hub tags, which is something like an AirTag, I think, but so far they haven't worked quite as well. But I don't think the network, the AirTag network is, or the Find Hub network is anywhere near as big as.
Yeah. Is the screwdriver to change the battery?
Yeah.
And you can make them beat. That's kind of cool.
So this one is a magnetic. Basically, it's that tag, that exact tag inside of a magnetic carrier. That tag came with a key fob holder thingy-mabob, and both of them came with a spare battery.
CR2032?
Yep.
Turn that battery over. Does it have a warning on the back?
Lithium.
Yeah, don't eat it.
Okay. This is a 3-point warning on the back.
Yeah, well, they gotta,
Can you read any of that?
they don't care whether you read it. They care whether their lawyer says
Oh,
it's there.
no, this one is all Chinese.
Now, I don't know whether you can see this or not, Art. I'll attempt to hold it up. Okay.
Yep. You probably can't see that.
Yeah.
There's 24 lines of text on a 3/4 inch piece of paper.
That's where it was last updated at 438. She kind of lives in a dead zone kind of area. This is right near her house. But
So is it Wi-Fi? Is it SMS? How do those work? I never paid much attention to them.
well,
Does it look for open wireless?
no. It is My understanding of how this thing works. You first pair it with your phone.
Mhm.
This is the phone that can actually track that tracker.
Mhm.
You put whatever, where you put that wherever you, on whatever you want to track. My understanding is that this is a network. So these are Bluetooth devices.
Okay,
So there's a little Bluetooth subsystem in your phone that's just looking for
any of those tags,
any of these tags.
okay.
So, so you're going to get the GPS location from the nearest phone,
Which is within 35 feet.
in theory, that looks more like a couple of 100 feet,
Hmm.
but
The last phone that it saw might have had GPS turned off. So it would have had an inaccurate
well,
GPS signal.
that's the other problem to this is I think Google just released this Find Hub thing
Mhm.
like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that. And when they first released it, they said it was an option. You could turn it on or off. But apparently on new phones going forward, it is no longer going to be an option. It's going to be on by default. Which is more like what AirTags do. Which is fine. As long as you know it's there. But there's so many old Androids that even if you may not find somebody that's actually using this system. So it needs a phone somewhere to connect. Vicente, Vicente.
You can be surprised when he walks in.
We're here.
You're not. You want to see Barry wiggle, put that thing in his pocket. The tracker.
Oh, I haven't set that tracker up yet. So
So what's one of those things cost?
believe it or not, they're surprisingly inexpensive. I got these on Amazon for $9 and $10. The magnet costs more than the stupid tracker.
They're gonna make it up in battery sales. They'll start sending you ads for batteries.
It says that the battery will last about a year.
Really? Oh, okay, I was thinking 2 weeks. But I was also thinking that they had a GPS unit in the tracker.
Now, these things are strictly Bluetooth and I think they're strictly Bluetooth.
Well, it's a good thing to do that if your mom is wondering on.
So far, it's not working as well as I had hoped, but I'm
Well-
kind of thinking that the network is pretty darn small right now.
Yeah.
How do you make certain that she has it all the time?
Well, so at least for the moment, she has been driving. She has been going somewhere in her car. So right now, the one that I've got her set up with is in her car. But that's why I bought one with a keychain, so I could attach it to her key fob. So if she runs off with her key fob,
Where the keys are.
well, yeah, I'll know where her keys. I'll know where her keys are.
So you can get a GPS SMS one for the car. It's about $120. That's hooked into the car battery and
That's me and my sister were trying to do this without spending a whole lot of money,
Yeah.
but we're starting to go, we've had it for a couple of days now. So our tests have been very limited and she surprisingly, she hasn't wandered off. So we don't know if it actually worked or not.
My mom 20, some odd 25 plus years ago, locked herself out of the house in the middle of winter without a coat. And we were really fortunate that she sat down on the front porch and did not wander off. Because she had wandered off and gotten in, huddled up someplace to stay warm,
Never would have found her.
never would have found.
Yeah.
But that prompted us to have to send her to a care home.
Well, we're not at that point yet, but mom wandering off and not taking her phone, that is.
So at some point, is her phone going to start going beep, 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 you're being tracked? I know the air tags do that.
She is aware of. We're not keeping it a secret or anything. We're letting her know that it's in the car. And she rooted through the car today to find it, so she actually found where we put it.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, just leave it alone. Don't
Yeah.
mess with it. Don't touch
Gradually
it.
included for many more.
Cause I can see her. I can see her doing something like, I don't know what this is.
Didn't bring it
Yeah.
in.
It's small, it can't be worth much.
What is this thing?
Trash. Be following a trash truck.
But when it gets to Rumpke, I'm going, yeah, she threw it away.
The third one.
But
That's the tough thing, when you're dealing with people with memory loss. It really is. I do not envy your position.
we are,
It's tough.
we're not keeping it a secret. We're letting her know that, yes, we're tracking her. We know where, more or less, where she's going or what. Mainly because you're forgetting to take your phone and we can't find you when we need you.
Well, dealing with people who have memory losses is very frustrating. There was a gentleman that worked for Armco in Marion Works, and he was sitting at his kitchen table one Saturday getting ready to go out and mow the grass. Didn't have his shoes on. Eating cereal, knock on the sliding glass door. This little kid says, "Can you help me? My friend's falling in the sewer." And these two little farts had pried a manhole cover up and been glued down. And one of them had fallen in, and sewer was 17 feet deep. So he gets up and he gets his neighbor, grabs a garden hose, thinking use that as a rope. And tells his wife, call the life squad. So they get up there to where the sewer is, they're trying to figure out, does Jerry go in after the kid or does the neighbor? Well, the neighbor had a heart condition, so they decide Jerry's going to go in. And he gets 12 inches down there, it's lack of oxygen. He's down on top of the kid. The life squad heard the call, and one of their guys is driving by. And he comes up with his SCBA, but it is a demand unit. He bumps the face piece.
Pressure.
And there's 3 people there. The full life squad get there. They get their guy out. They resuscitate him. They bring Jerry out. And he has been without oxygen for quite some time. And the kid never did recover. So 20 years go by. Armco thought they were doing Jerry a favor by keeping him on. He couldn't remember from day to day. And eventually they said, is this something that he can do for you? I thought about it, yeah, I could use somebody to input information off of material safety data sheets. So Jerry is from New Jersey, and he's got that New Jersey attitude still. I don't understand how come I can't be a safety engineer. He said, Jerry, you don't remember as well as everybody else. I said, yeah, I do. I said, no, I'm sorry you don't. He said, prove it. You really want to do it? Yeah. So I said, okay, go back to your calendar and next Wednesday, write on the calendar memory test. Okay. Here's a sheet of paper, sign it. It says, this is the first part of Jerry's memory test. Sign it, put it in an envelope, pin it on the inside of the wall of my office. There's the second part of the memory test. I'll sign it, give it to the secretary, put it on the desk. See, Wednesday comes around, anything on your calendar? Yeah. Do you know what it is? No. You remember us having a discussion about you not remembering as well as everybody else? No. So we start through that. So, do you remember signing an envelope? No. No. So, so, do you remember this is the second one? No. So he comes back, he's sitting at his desk, he's kind of despondent. He said, well, I guess I don't remember as well as everybody else. So the next day he comes in and says, I don't understand how come I can't be a safety engineer.
Yep, I saw that coming.
So I really felt bad having to do that, but I thought this will solve the problem.
It has no short-term memory.
Mom's isn't so much memory, it's just, I guess it's kind of memory because she doesn't remember her phone, but
Dementia.
it's just wandering off. It's just, don't tell anybody. I mean, there's 3 people that live at her house and nobody knows where she's at.
Right. Right.
Where's Mom? I don't know. Isn't she with you? No.
My great grandfather would do that, and it was really weird too, because there was like people he would completely remember, and then like his wife didn't know who the hell she was.
Yeah.
And
Well, maybe Mom is having some kind of memory thing because she'll talk to me like it's 20 years ago.
yeah, when he'd do that too, and he'd go out there and be hoeing at 2 or 3 a.m. Grandma would wake up and didn't know where he was at, and had to like lock the doors from the inside to keep him from getting out of the house. And
Well, Mom had to go into a memory care unit, and you had to have a code to open the doors from the inside.
Right.
And I'm getting ready to leave there. And this woman's got her purse and she's dressed and got her coat and everything, and she's getting ready to follow me out. I look down and she's wearing her house shoes. I said, no.
Are you sure you're supposed to leave?
Like, she was smart enough and knew the system that she would have just followed me right on out.
Mom has one of her, I guess he's a great grandkid who lives there, and he's worried about her. So he stuck an app on her phone so he could track her phone. But if she's not taking her phone, that does absolutely no good.
Well, and that's the thing about how do you make certain.
Well, like I said, right now she is getting in her car and she's driving. So we will at least know where the car is. or the key fob.
so it's
no.
probably not a good thing to be doing either, though.
Well,
Just saying.
My mom's mostly good. She just has very short bouts of memory lapse.
yeah.
But when she does, she panics. And then it just gets worse. I've gotten quite a few calls from her where she's on the highway and doesn't remember why she's on the highway, but
Ooh, that's not
car is going really fast.
that's not good. Yeah.
Somebody going the wrong way. No, there's hundreds. Oh,
I'm I'm thankful mom hasn't gotten to that point. But it's worrying enough,
Well, yeah, absolutely.
especially when something happened. The whole prompt was the kid needed to come home from school early, and the school couldn't find mom to come in. She's the official contact, and the school couldn't find her, so they called my sister. My sister couldn't find mom.
Mm.
My sister called me. I couldn't find mom, so I drove over to mom's house, and mom said, "Oh, I just got home. Did you have your phone with you?" "No." "You know, people have been looking for you." "Oh, maybe I should go look at my phone."
Messages.
More like 45 or
Ooh.
yeah, I mean, the kid needed to come home. And the heck of the thing is, I volunteered to go and get him, even though I am nowhere close to his guardian or whatever. But they would not release him to me because,
Yeah.
Really?
yeah, I'm not his official
They might
caretaker.
wanna be put on. his list.
Supposedly I am now. Supposedly I am.
Well,
But what was going on with him, they wouldn't have released him to me anyway. Mom had to deal with it.
Yeah.
It was a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, mom called my sister and said, "There's somebody in the house." And
Put all this away.
it would have been possible that someone had both ordered the house. So she lives, 45 minutes away. So she calls my other sister, who is much closer. And my brother-in-law was a special agent for the IRS. He was a guy that carried a pistol to work with him. So they hop in the car and they're going to drive over, but they're still quite a ways away. So they get a hold of my nephew and said, "Can you come by?" So he and his girlfriend are in her car and they pull up and she says, "There's somebody in the house." And they said, "Stay here and go look." And so my nephew looks all around and comes up and says, "Gran, there's nobody here. We've looked every place." He says, "Oh, well, would you like some cookies?" And so
Sure.
my nephew and his girlfriend are sitting there eating cookies, and they hear this sound. Yeah. They realize mom isn't there in the room with them anymore. And the sound is coming from outside. And she is out with her cane beating on his girlfriend's trunk of her car. She is convinced that whoever was in the house
Is in the trunk.
is in the trunk. So they go out and open the trunk. Goes, "Oh, would you like some more cookies?"
See, mom hasn't gotten to that point, but she's gotten to the point where we need to know how to get a hold of her, or need to
Yeah.
know that she's at least, because she's not telling anybody. She just gets up and leaves, and nobody knows where she's at. And not taking your phone,
Well,
in today's world.
Yeah.
I don't Velcro this to my forehead.
And I've walked off and left mine sitting as well, but I mean, that's a rarity. And usually always Pat has hers, so somebody can get a hold of one of us.
Yeah, it's real rare that I don't have my phone.
Yeah,
Um,
it's not.
And it'll go 4 days on a battery and I get kind of antsy on the second day.
If it was a one-off thing, I would have gone, yeah, she just left it, no big deal. This is an ongoing problem. So this is a situation that I'm sitting there going, you do it once, no big deal. You do it twice, you do it 4 times, yeah, there's some problem going on. You're not telling anybody where you're at. And the kids in school. So, but that's the story behind these things. I've got two parents that are getting up there in age that we just, you know. So what's going on, Mr. Vicent?
Nothing, my new role from DG. This is from PF Robot, China, but DG was cheaper because they already had in stock. So
Okay,
I bought this in December. I'm now waiting for the microbit like board, but this board is based in the Raspberry Pi Pico 2, the new one.
the new one.
RP
2350,
2550 or
2350 or 2530.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So I am planning to use MicroPython, and there is a way to change. You know the REPL interface for MicroPython is a serial. You can just run a program, stop, do whatever in a terminal, but you need to be connected to the board, right?
Right.
But there is a way in MicroPython to redirect the serial port to another port in the chip. So I am planning to use a couple of pins in the robot that are connected to the board to put the serial port there and use a radio link with the computer, so I can do the same, but instead of be connected through the CH12 or something radio link,
Yeah.
150 volts. I will try that. So you can change your code, ROM, and change again ROM. You don't need to wait for compiling and flashing and whatever. The same thing I did with another robots. But, I did it with a Bluetooth link.
Yeah.
But this one, it will be the radio. I will try with the radio link.
With the radio. Cool.
Maybe next week I have supposedly today, the microbit like boards from China will arrive today.
Is this a new version of the McKean?
No, they have this is the McQueen light, but with a case, with a plastic closure. I think it's the same thing, but with a new scheme or whatever.
Yeah.
But they have a new one that is the B5. That is more advanced than this one. I think it's a replacement.
I like this one. So we could 3D print
Yeah.
print cases.
It comes with the ultrasound distance sensor.
This is an acoustic sensor?
For distance.
$15 and $15 a month.
You plug in.
Yeah, see, we're trying to avoid
A
any
subscription thing,
any subscription.
but
but
that
yeah,
would work.
This would definitely work.
I mean, you can get the 3-minute, that's only
It doesn't come with the controller.
Or
Okay, there is a
I mean,
BBC microbit controller,
really?
but there are compatible boards,
me and my
Another-
sister both,
microcontrollers.
we talk
So
back and forth,
then buying a
maybe-
new
maybe
new
just
board
get
from
air
China.
tags even though we don't have
with the Raspberry
iPhones.
Pi bits.
And I'm like, well, how are we
What
gonna
is in,
check them if we
inside
don't have
here?
an iPhone or an
And
iPad?
I realize
an
the board
iPhone
plugs
to
in
set
there,
it
but
up,
what
because
is?
I'm sure there's a.
They have the microcontroller connected with a.
As I say, you should be able to pair
connected
to
to any board
anything.
you plug in.
Yeah, it's the same
And
thing.
it has
it's still
motor
Bluetooth.
drivers and
But-
PW
And there's a surprising
controllers
number of
for
people who have
servos
iPhones.
For the,
Yes,
cells here.
Well, if we talk,
You can
know,
turn on and off.
I think
lights that
the
are under
the,
this plastic.
air
different
tag
color.
could work. It's slightly better because it's a
instead-
network. I mean, it's
you
been
can
around
program
for
it for the acoustical, or would you have
years
to
now.
have? No, you need, the program need to be in this board because it's connected directly
We
to the
are,
board, to the pins of
me
the
and my
board.
sister both
Okay,
have
so
Android.
so you need to use this.
It shouldn't matter. I don't think they're
that produce
exclusively
the
Apple.
signal.
I thought they were.
And
I
measure the
thought
kind
the
of
AirTags
the
all
bouncing
worked on
between-
Apple
So
devices.
this thing, so.
Because when we were looking at some of those, it said
You can't
Apple
use
only or
this without that.
Oh, yeah.
Android only or whatever.
The
so.
microcontroller in the board only
Oh, I was
produce
just
the
saying,
servo
I
signals.
just Googled
And
Apple
the
AirTag for
predominant
Android. And all I'm
And
gonna
also
think
controls
find
the
one if it's
floor
with-
RGB LEDs. Like with commands,
Right.
I2C commands. So
The Find Hub
they
is
sell this.
Google's
without
answer
board.
to
This is the
AirTag.
value.
But it's such a small network at this
No,
point.
but this is the one that you
a
want to Arduino.
Samsung smart tag.
It's a standard thing, no? So it's not specific to this. So no, it's just a
Sometimes
connection between the
I'm,
connector and the.
I am,
Yes, the other connector. It's just a drive-through line or something. They put this here.
I am sure
Need a
where she lives at, she lives in a mobile home.
This is a
So if
infrared
people are
command
on
fields.
the Find network,
You need a controller.
they're inside Faraday cages.
Yeah.
The tag is inside the car, which is, it itself is a Faraday cage.
not at those frequencies, really.
It's a double face cage.
It works, don't get me wrong.
It sounds like the thing is dormant 98% of the time.
Yeah,
It comes on, broadcasts its serial number and goes to sleep.
I actually think it's the opposite. I think it comes on when it hears a phone that's near it.
So it's powered all the time?
No, I don't think so.
It's like double
It's
sided.
weird.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Maybe
Because she was up on the road
maybe
driving
bouncing zero.
and a car passed her and I got a update that she was moving. And I'm like, okay, that's
Maybe use
useful.
one of those in the battery.
It might come on every 4 or 5 seconds, but it would be weird to me that as she's passing a moving car at 50 miles an hour, it picks up.
If she passed dozens of cars and only one picked it up.
But is that a problem with the network being small, or is that a problem with the tag not broadcasting itself?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's pretty easy to find out. You get a scope,
yeah,
put a little whip antenna on it.
yeah. I am not at all sure how this system, I'm not sure how AirTags work. I just know they work. So
This is the 13 minutes,
30 minutes,
13.
13,
13,
yeah,
1-3.
yeah, 13 minutes.
I got the wrong printer.
What did you get?
Huh?
What did you print that with?
With the,
Please not a bamboo lab.
no, it's a cheaper one, it's a
The LO,
carbon, illegal carbon.
the LO
Okay.
Ogo
something.
carbon, yeah.
Elegoo,
Illegal,
elegoo.
Elegoo.
the Israel.
buy it for less than 300
That's,
center.
there's
I was
definitely,
wondering how good that was. I almost bought that at Christmas too.
there's definitely some lines there, but
Directly from.
here's for that.
Yeah,
For
The
13.
delivery was like 299 or something in 2 days. Or completely assembled.
I was looking really hard at that.
Press calibrate and ready just.
Micro Center has a whole row of Bamboo Lab stuff now. And they've got benches printed with little tags that say how long it took to print. And the slowest one was 58 minutes. But it was gorgeous. It was an absolute gorgeous print. And the fastest one was 38 minutes. And I sat there and went, okay, so my printer falls at 42 minutes. Fine, whatever. I can live with that.
Now I'll have to print one. I haven't done a benchy and I haven't done a benchy on the reality yet. So I figure it's probably up there in the 58 to
It's-
72 minutes.
It's close to, I think the last time I printed a benchy on the Ender 3, I think it was an hour and 20.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah,
So
I mean,
it's 70 minutes, something like that.
practically everything I print is an 18
I think
to
we'll look
28
better
hour
in
print.
matte material,
So-
shiny.
I
Just
picked up,
make it.
I went to,
Will look better.
I hate myself.
This is a shiny filament, golden.
I went to an auction.
Very nice.
How many
This-
3D printers do you have now, Leroy?
I hate myself. This auctioneer, I don't think they had a clue in hell what they were selling. He had an Elgu Neptune, which I think is an older model, but it is a fast flipping printer.
I was
Hey,
checking in YouTube, this Lego carbon, and everyone say that is amazing.
Yeah.
Works very well. I say,
Well,
okay, let's do it.
I've been pretty impressed with this Neptune.
Mhm.
It's really fast. And I didn't have to calibrate it or anything. I set it on the table, I hit print and it just.
This is
printed.
a huge volume.
No, it's smaller, more about the same size as the Ender 3. But this auctioneer, he had the printer. He had a dry box with 11 or 12 rolls of filament.
Wow.
He had a Creality dryer, two roll dryer. And he goes, I have no idea what any of this is. No, he didn't say that, but he said, you're buying all of this for one money. I got it for $65.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I was just looking at the filament. I mean,
Yeah.
the filament was worth $65.
Stolen 3D printer.
What?
Julie's grandfather was an auctioneer and he's auctioneering stuff. And he's going, he just, folks, you couldn't buy the light bulb in this lamp for that.
Well, I mean, I honestly, I did not really need the printer. I really didn't. I was
You were going for the filament.
looking strictly at the filament and the dryer. And even at 65, that the dryer retails for 75. The printer was a $200 printer. Ish. And the filament,
Several reels of filament.
do what?
The filament, how many?
There were at least 12 rolls of filament.
Each one at least $50.
yeah.
The film,
Well, it's 150
Yeah.
total.
Postage.
Yeah.
the filament, I figured, if you buy Biker Center brand, it's,
12.
yeah, $15. This is all Elgu stuff, so it's probably more expensive, but
About the same.
I kind of just went,
Nice.
$15, 12 rolls.
And anyway, it's cheaper if you buy 2 or 4 at the same time.
Yeah.
We had a very good promotions in Amazon.
Whoever was bidding against me didn't know what they were bidding on either because
Well,
They stop.
they stopped.
So what's the print bed size?
It's 250 by 250. It's roughly the same size as the Ender 3.
Most of them.
That's 220 by 220.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is 250 by
Yeah.
250.
Okay.
It's that much too small to print so many things that I want to print.
Well, I think it's a little bit smaller than the Cobra
Okay,
that I've got. But it is a fast printer and I didn't have to do any of that calibration. I pulled it out of the car. I carefully carried it upstairs. I set it on the table. I plugged it in. I said, benchy test, and it went 42 minutes. And I said, okay. So I said, this is a fluke. It can't be. I didn't do anything. I didn't level the bed or anything. Benchy test, 42 minutes.
I've watched, there's a guy's channel I watch quite a bit on 3D printers and he did a big review on that Igloo. He has a print farm, right?
Yeah.
He makes stuff for a side business and he has like 45 different printers and so he likes to keep, he's gotten in the last 2 years where he's gone down to where they're almost all X1 carbons,
Right.
They playing with that and he said, if he wasn't already heavily invested in it, he'd buy those in a heartbeat because he can get 3 or 4 of them for the price of one of those and they print just as well. He said, but there is well, the only catch, this is a little bit more annoying to pull the head.
Yeah.
Because it's not got like the quick release cut like the Carbon X does.
And
But he said otherwise, he said for the $800 difference,
that's
he can put up with that
occasionally.
Yeah.
that was the other thing. I dug down through the box after I got it home, and there were probably, I don't know, 20 different print tips, different hot end tips, and all the tools and all the stuff that you needed, and just a really nice digital caliper. And I was like, they should have sold that separate.
Probably didn't know it was there.
Probably didn't know it was there. But I'm really impressed with the speed, even though the Neptune, it's a Neptune Pro and I'm pretty sure it's an older printer at this point, but
It probably is. It's probably one of their first ones. I didn't know
it is.
heard of them until they came out with that carbon, but they're out of Israel. They're trying to compete and undercut carbon
Wow.
X1s or whatever.
Yeah.
Bamboos.
Not the 3. Is it a 3? It might be a 3. It definitely looks like that, yeah.
New to the American
Still
market.
for sale.
Yeah, they're still selling them. And when I looked, it was right around 200, so 170, right around $200. I got all of it for $65. So it's just like, oh, okay. Push my arm. Make me take this stuff.
Patty's twist your arm.
Patty said, where are you gonna put that?
Figure that out later.
You spend more in gas than in the 3D printer.
Yeah. Well, I've got the SLA printer, which I rarely use. I've got the Anycubic Cobra 3, which I really love. I love that printer. It does multicolor and it really hasn't given me any problem. I've got the old, slow, very small print bed FlashForge 3D printer, and I've got this Elegoo Neptune printer. And out of all of them, I think I like the Neptune a little bit better.
Well, it's funny you should mention, she asked you where you were gonna put it. I picked up a radial arm saw off Craigslist for the maker space there if he ever gets it
Right.
going. But it's a big footprint item that's in the way in the garage. And then there's
Where are you gonna put that?
Yeah. So right now, there's a mini lathe sitting on 2 styrofoam coolers in the living room. I'm not using it.
Hey, that's better than me. I got one of the crappy little Harbor Freight mini lathes and I used it in the living room.
I've got the old FlashForge, which is 2nd generation printer. probably. And the only reason why I've even kept it as long as I've kept, it was an expensive printer to start with, but it's the only one I've got that will really do ABS and do ABS well.
Mhm.
And I know I can put an enclosure around my other printers, but I'm too lazy to do that.
Our other boxes do wonders.
But and that's really the only reason I've kept it. I mean, it's a dual print head. It's got a small footprint. It's not a, what do they call that thing? The bed moves up and down instead of the print head moving up and down.
I know.
Yeah, there's a certain name for it. It's not a bed slinger. It's the other one, but it may be time to make that one go away because I just don't have room for this stuff. And oh, I forgot. I've got another big Q printer that's brand new in the box. I've never even opened it. Oh, I've got a big Q printer sitting on a workbench that I rarely use.
What I bought from you, right?
This is a memory problem.
I don't think so.
That's not it.
I'm
No, that's the
got
one
one
that
of
you
the
said, hey, look what they've got.
just
for
glad I
sale at
haven't
Micro
resorted
Center
to it
too,
yet.
and I
I
went
just
and bought
haven't
it.
used mine.
Is that the
But I
same thing?
Really like to get like the
I
little
gave that to my
etchers
youngest
or
kid.
the little milling
I
machine
don't know
or
if
the
it's
little
even
woodworking
open.
one. I'd be playing with that a little bit
I've got
more,
a
I think.
problem.
Well, I
So how
I
many
guess
you have?
Well, now that I remember that I've got two more, I've got
compared the
the,
price
I
to
guess I
new,
got five,
just
six.
about
I've got six.
Mm-hmm.
If you count the
they
SLA,
were half price of new,
I have,
and then the DRO.
I've almost-
4-inch,
I've almost got a print farm now.
400 or something like that.
a 4-jaw,
I plugged it in, but I've never put filament in it. I've got
And
that
Erling
tiny
tool,
mini thing that
Yeah.
you gave
steady
me.
rest,
It's
a
sold
whole
to me.
box of
I've
inserts and cutters.
got two of
And
the
you start
realities. I've got
adding
the
up. I just did a rough inventory and
Prisa,
guessed what they were worth,
and I feel like I've got another one.
$1,700 worth of stuff.
Oh,
I feel like there's one more somewhere.
Yeah.
Julie says, well, what are you gonna do with it? Well, I don't know.
I feel-
Next week will be this one.
Yeah. What'd you get?
I'm going to verify
What'd you-
because we were supposed, I thought we were supposed to
I
have
did.
that.
Yeah, sounds.
And they
Saw
didn't
it
have
the
us,
other
they
day.
didn't have
It
us,
was like Harbor Freight's little
In that room.
blade.
In that
It's like
room?
that, it's like 600.
So I'm gonna go up there and verify that
It's
all
supposed to
the,
estimate the size of my track.
Not the
For the next
smallest
week.
one.
well,
They gave
check
me
this.
I'm going to verify
I need
that
to print smaller.
They have an 18-inch bed,
if,
but
if we're here, I guess we're
the
here, but
longest bed. that
I
they-
think we're supposed to be over there. It's a smaller meeting or shorter meeting next week, so
I mean, I got enough motors laying around. I could probably build one. I just.
Well, yeah,
I didn't really wanna buy this last
I
printer.
like having
Mhm.
tools to be able to make stuff with, and then half my stuff is, I know how I need to do what I wanna do, and it's
Sitting there-
like, been
well,
slowly trying to fix that a little
I
bit.
played with it now and I like
Sucking
it.
some materials, is like, I need
The
to
problem
start
is,
getting.
there are many good deals by
I explained to.
Well,
and they are improving and changing every
I
year.
don't like
So-
fix it.
I'm sitting there with
Yeah.
Patty and I'm going,
Everybody
Yeah.
tried
that's too
to
cheap.
fix it for you.
Right, well, that's,
I don't need it, but it's.
my dad collects all this stuff, it's all,
cheap.
needs
This is the
something,
problem.
you know? Like, we got some of grandpa's stuff in it, like,
What you gonna bid on?
somewhere it fell off, we had like a really nice scroll saw. And I was messing with it the other day, I guess it fell off the back of the welder and it busted the, brace for the plate that, you know, holds the
But
thing.
it's got
I was
that
like,
dry
"Oh,
box.
man, that sucks, it was like,
that-
I actually
We're
went
actually
ahead and
thinking
used
on
it
those-
to
those
trim
are
parts
pretty cool.
for the.
Yeah,
I've been
I don't know
installing
schools.
self-closing
But-
door
Oh, no,
slides from
this
mom's
is a dry
utility
box.
room.
Yeah, nice.
It's
And,
huge.
Of course, the doors weren't made
It's got a heating element.
for that, so you like had to cut out the little niches and
And
stuff
then
to lower the
it's
doors.
got
It'll
The
still
little
work if it, you know.
reality is
And
a dry herb.
and then, of course, the sleds
That-
I'd never messed with
You
stuff.
put
I
two-
bought
you
them. I
put
got like
two rolls
five,
in,
six of
and it
them
will actually
$2.
feed
They're like 6 sets for
filament
$2.
out while it's
And,
drying.
Yeah,
They
mine's got
19-inch
for each
sleds or
spool, it's
something.
got two
for,
places you
I
can bring it
assume, a
out,
19-inch
either
drawer.
this way or up.
And they
Yeah.
are
I've had that.
a half-inch
for a
short
while. I modified
for
it because it
the work
had
of
a
the drawer,
timer
so
and
I
couldn't
have to
be
put like
turned
a
on for like
1/4-inch
8 hours or
spacer
something.
in the front of the sleeve.
This-
So the drawer,
this-
you know,
According to
and,
the manual, it
and
will,
then kind of split the difference
go
in the like
20
how I used them on the back and
before
everything, because I can
it
drill the holes on the back to
has
bring it in, and not for a little bit,
Yeah.
but because of the drawers weren't made for
The
a
heating
slide
element
thing, I can't
mine
do
was
the whole
10
half
ohm
inch in the
resistor,
backside, you know.
and they're in the aluminum.
Anyhow, it's entertaining.
Thing.
The
Who's
jimmy
gonna
rigging
ask
required to
for-
make these
Well,
drawers work. Then the drawers are square, so they're half-inch wider in the back than they are in the front. So
The box
I learned that
for
the
the
hard way.
shape,
Like,
the-
why
the
won't this
filament.
work? And I got the
It's a
first
rock.
one to work, and then I like,
and
surely these aren't this out of square. They are. Every damn last one of
so
them
we
are.
saw this.
Like whoever the
This
hell built these
standalone
drawers
box.
just didn't
It was
give a
like-
rat's ass, and they're
Use
just
that.
And
jigging
the
her
old
out.
stuff.
Yeah, they're jigging her out or something by a half inch. I was like, this is dumb. Every freaking drawer is a half inch wider in the rear. So I thought, well,
But this
the
other dryer box is,
on the next 4, I'm going to take
it's about the
route-
size of a
Yeah.
regular toast. Sketchable
that off
latches
the
on
back
it like a
of the
toast.
square.
It's
and
got
it'll work a
a
lot.
rubber seal around it,
They're half-inch wide
and it
pine or whatever.
It doesn't-
Shim the
I-
1/4 inch
my
on each side
understanding,
and
it
still
doesn't
have
actually
enough there
dry.
for drawers.
but it keeps
But
filament
it's
that's
done it yet.
been
Like,
dried.
don't Mess with the router.
dry.
Hold.
Oh, mine dropped.
I wish I had like that.
It's got a 1/4 pound of desiccant in it as well.
Well,
one of those
that's,
tables
this
that-
thing has,
Just slide it down. and give that.
yeah, whoever
I mean, table.
made this,
Yeah, like a
bought it or
round table or
whatever.
something, you know,
There's a
that you could set that and
on the
just,
desk and
you know,
what
I
I've
could like
read
plate on the crap and just take
to just
that off
redo
on
that
each side,
stuff.
flip it around, take it off the other
If
side.
you,
I
so
had-
I made
Grandpa had all that stuff and I don't have any of it. It's still out in the,
desiccant
barn
containers that
probably,
go in
but
the spools,
we don't
because I
have
get pretty much
223
all
days
my,
in the house.
my filament and
Work
microsim
anyway.
just, because I walk in, oh, that's a pretty
But
color.
I would assume. my
So it's
uncle
all the
probably
same size.
Got rid of
spools.
all that by now. Yeah, I don't know. They don't talk to each other
So,
anymore.
yeah, I mean,
Well,
I've got dryer
I'm thinking
canisters
if
that
Ray
go
ever
in the
gets
school,
maker
and then I
space
get
going,
drawings in
Yeah.
that.
Well,
And
if
they don't
something
turn
you
color
can
on
Yeah,
probably.
it'd be nice to, you have to say, if I had it in the yard, it'd be done, cause it'd be like a 30-second job, but it's like, take it someplace else.
Don't use PLA.
Yeah. When I was
That was
watching
a
this
net.
guy, I like watching woodworking stuff sometimes, I don't do a lot of it anymore,
Work fine.
doing it for a long
Or
time.
the oven
This
up
guy was
to
like, I'm gonna make the ultimate
1
desk. You know, I'm sitting here like,
75,
oh,
I
this
guess.
is fun to watch, you
and
know,
set 'em on
thinking
the
that, you know,
cookie sheet. and
guy's
everything.
gonna slap together a desk. Well, then he goes out to the garage. Hell, he's got a whole workshop. He's got the Pioneer, the mill, the you know, like, well, whatever. It's like.
It's
He
too
can
cheap.
he's like sitting there
It's too cheap.
manufacturing his own cabinets and laminating with the iron, you know, putting the seams on
Yeah,
the
he's
end.
like,
It's like,
We're getting
You're
it
not
out
a-
front row.
poor man hobbyist, you know what you're doing. But the way his channel it struck me as like he was gonna make like me.
This is my latest friend.
Nah.
The kid,
Nice.
the grandkid is having a video game party for his birthday. So guess who gets to print video game controllers?
You have for colors?
The NES controller is in 4-color, the other one is in 3-color. The other one is flipping huge and took 7.5 hours to
You
print.
printed both at the same time? No.
No, no. No, but I've got to print 12 more of the NES, the small
Smaller.
controllers, the small controllers.
So what are you putting up for, just
You
for
what?
fun or
Well, the grandkid, he's having a video game birthday party.
as giveaway gifty things?
I don't know what his mom wants. His mom just said, print me controllers. I said, buy me filament. She said,
The
okay.
connecty thing you could put on the. I could see it.
She wants 16. After I printed a couple of tests, the big one was the one that
Super Nintendo.
the Super Nintendo is the one that the kid wanted.
Yeah.
And I printed the small one and I showed them both to his mom, our kid, and she said, well, I like the Nintendo one, the NES. And I'm like, so do I. And it only takes an hour to print. I like it a lot better. And she goes, yeah, print me 16 of those. Give me some filament.
You know, this is what breaks your heart when the kid thinks this is fun.
Yeah.
I think that's what she's gonna do. I think when all the
Things to give away for the kids.
party favors or whatever,
Yeah.
so that she can give them out. I don't really care.
Kind of neat.
At some point, when you give a gift, it's gone. You don't worry about it.
Yep.
Don't think about it.
Well, I am donating the time to do this more than, because she's paying for the filament. So.
Yeah. Well, and it's something that you don't view as a chore. It's something you enjoy.
Yes, I do not mind doing this stuff. And, you know, the kid's going to, oh, it's a micro or a nano KV.
So you connect that to your computer with USB and it shows up as a camera and 2 serial ports. There's software that's on that thumb drive that's in it, and Ventoy. You can connect that to either end, so you can connect it to the host computer, start the application, it runs out of memory, disconnect the drive, hook it up to the target computer, hook up a HDMI cable and a USB cable, and it shows up as a keyboard, video, and mouse. You can boot the other computer, though you've got to actually push the button for that.
A remote terminal or
Yeah, it because it shows up as a camera, you can use it with OBS, or if you're doing something in Zoom, it shows up and you can share it. So I've got adapters in there, so it hooks up to DisplayPort,
Just about
mini
everything.
DisplayPort, micro HDMI, mini HDMI, and VGA. And I think I've got an analog DVI, and I'm still looking for a digital DVI adapter. I couldn't find one, but very cool toy.
How much did that run?
$68 for all of it except for the VGA.
is it the manufacturer?
Cypes. Cypes, SIEE.
They do
They do
AI
whole-
cameras or
They do nano KVM.
yeah, that's also this
This is nano KVM USB.
okay.
I can hook it up to a Raspberry
I have
Pi,
several
because the
boards,
software runs on a Pi, also just in a web browser, and it just works. I can get a desktop off the Pi across the network, so my Pis have been just amazingly stable. I've got a Pi 4 that's got, Jesus, 5 years of uptime minus power dropouts, and it's still going fine. It's a fancy little toy. It does a lot of neat stuff. Neat, and HDMI pass-through, so you can hook a monitor up to it, and the guy on the other end can see what you're doing.
Nice.
But yeah, stuff I added to it were basically everything on this side, all the extra adapters.
It comes with everything.
It comes with the cables and it comes with a slightly smaller thing, yeah. So this is DisplayPort to HDMI.
VGA.
This is HDMI to mini and micro HDMI, DVI mini to DVI, so I can chain that together. This is VGA to HDMI.
Now, speaking of DVI, or not DVI, DisplayPort, I ended up with a couple of monitors. I don't have stands for them. Well, I guess I do now. But I wasn't going to use it. That's not the use case for that. They've got DisplayPort on them. They don't have, they've got VGA.
So DisplayPort is electrically HDMI.
Well,
You
see
can
that
get one of these that's HDMI to display. I'm sorry, never mind. I thought you said DVI. So this is DisplayPort to HDMI, but
DVI,
not HDMI to DisplayPort.
mini DVI.
They do make them that do the other way.
They do make them. Okay, well,
You can get.
I tried to hook
Yeah.
mine up backwards
Mhm.
Don't worry.
because and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And I said, crap.
It'll be easier for you to get a HDMI to DisplayPort cable than the little
Well,
adapter.
Here's the thing. I acquired a handful of computers that I have been using one of these adapters on that have display ports. Anybody just have a straight DisplayPort cable so I could even see if these monitors work?
DisplayPort on both ends.
DisplayPort on
I
both
do.
ends, yeah.
That's pretty common. We have that on
This is
Microsoft.
a video plus audio
Why?
Yes.
through the
Didn't even think about
HDMI.
that.
And this is
It used to
power.
be $4, but they ain't $4 anymore.
Of course not.
But
I can get you DisplayPort cable.
Okay. I'm pretty sure these monitors work. I powered them on. They show their stupid little test pattern and the logo bounces around but when I went to I hooked this up backward. I did it
DisplayPort,
backwards.
HDMI, yeah.
And I went, oh, that's disappointing.
I've got a 3-way split HDMI thingy, and I tried to use that to the DisplayPort on the monitors. And
Yeah.
with all the stupid new monitors are all DisplayPort and driving boxes.
Yeah, and I realize that, yeah, there's a licensing cost, but I prefer HDMI to DisplayPort.
Yeah.
I
Well, the KVMs are VGA or HDMI. Now everything's DisplayPort. So now it's like, well, all your $300 or $400 or $1,000 KVMs aren't any good because all the monitors are DVI. So now you need like a $5,000 DVI KVM or something. I think a 2-port's like
much.
this
like a 2-port's like 400 and some bucks or something. It's stupid.
This is honestly the first monitor that I have actually seen that has display outside of the Apple ecosystem.
Yeah.
It's the first one I've ever seen that actually has DisplayPort on it because most of the monitors I get have HDMI.
Yeah. Well, I must say, I got a lot of HDMI monitors too, but my nice ones take DisplayPorts. It's like, oh, you pile of crap. And then my nice Dells are DisplayPort. So, but then it's like, I can't flip flop, right? Because they don't make a DVI, or I mean a DisplayPort switch, right? Or if they do, they're hundreds of bucks. It's like, this is stupid. So
Yeah.
Well, we're looking at the cheap digital rings.
yeah, or
They went up for $6. I'm thinking, if this thing even holds a charge, I'll be amazed. And Julie puts it on, brings up the app on her telephone, and it tells her oxygen level,
Heart rate.
heart rate, the amount of REM sleep,
Sugar, blood sugar. No. It's
the number of steps that she takes. It's like,
Okay.
if you make that and ship it across the world for $6,
Yeah, but
Wait, you got a ring for $6?
yes. And
That's seems really cheap.
so
there's
Precious.
LEDs in it when you take the charger off, which is low magnetic connection.
it will display the charge level in the
Okay.
ring.
Door of the rings.
And then you can go through with your phone and make the ring display any of the things that it is capable of doing.
Will it display the time? That's the only thing I really wanted to do with that and be a ring indicator.
That's it.
Yeah,
I, this is one of those things where once I linked it up with her telephone, hadn't done anything else with it, so she's been driving that, but it's like $6. It's just, it's.
The only, I can't imagine needing a ring, but the only thing that I might, if I worked like somewhere that used near field tags or something,
Okay.
then the ring might come in handy
if it does that.
if it does that.
So there's a website, dangeroustoys.com, I believe.
Oh, yeah, that guy's a trip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have seriously considered getting an implant. I don't know, but they have a ring that does MiFi and it does 2 frequencies and should work with anything I need an AirTag for, or not an AirTag, but
Bio
yeah.
chip.
This is Bluetooth.
Mhm.
That makes the connection.
There's a
LE, low energy indeed.
there's a guy that does a lot of tech stuff, and I was watching him probably about 2 months ago, and it was probably a couple-year-old video or a year-and-a-half old video, but he said that, you know, he met the CEO of Foxconn because he travels to China a lot, and he said he was chatting with him, and he said, just threw out there, he said, what's it cost to make an iPhone? And the guy from Foxconn said, oh yeah, I have the iPhone 13 Pro or whatever it was at the time. So it's $10. Costs us $10 a phone to manufacture the iPhones. But, you know, they say that's our.
So
Out the door.
there's a little margin.
So for
There.
you know, over here on this side of the pond, they're, you know, $1,100 a pop, right? So it's like, wait, what?
All the cost is in the shipment. No.
Yeah,
I think about,
and then you wonder how, you know,
Yeah, how
Apple
long-
became a $4 trillion business in 5 years.
Dangerous things.
it's like this ring came in a cardboard box, and I'm thinking to make the
box.
cardboard box,
Yes.
and just to set up the tooling units is so expensive.
But you make enough of them. The box was free.
Yeah, I'm taking this. You're gonna come out to the car.
Get the rest of it.
of the stuff and take it.
Okay,
Then when you get home, email me
the size of the monitor,
the size of the mount.
the pitch holes.
And whether you are going to print one or whether you want me to make 3 of these, because I've got the plate, I've got the bandsaw.
Okay,
I'm thinking that I can draw a line on the steel and cut it before you can get them
3D printed.
That'd be a challenge.
Mm,
I don't know, yeah, okay,
And then I'll bring this next week and slide back on.
it's awesome.
Maybe we ought to ask them if we're on the schedule for next
Well,
week.
so that's,
That's
before we
fine.
decide if we're going to go eat or whatever, I am going to stop at the desk and verify. I have like 6 dates, 7 dates. I'm going to verify my dates and make sure that something got screwed up somewhere, because I am
Wish you-
sure that I said that I wanted the rooms.
And they haven't come and booted us out of here yet, so it worked.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, well,
Steve was trying to move that a little bit ago. I don't think it.
it probably just needs
I
to
think
be
under the
loosened or,
plastic cap, there's another hex.
yeah.
Well, this
It's
part
not
doesn't,
the size of the tripods of the sound systems, the speakers on. No,
No.
it's like a tube with
It's the bar for the stand.
Okay,
It's a three hole monitor, or a
Three
arm
monitor.
monitor stand.
If you got your email, you probably still have that.
I cleared out my email, which was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that.
I'm thinking that this should swivel also, but it's not gonna swivel within that, so there may be a
Yeah.
hex or
Yeah,
something underneath that.
there might be
Well,
something under
once
there.
it starts to move, it's easier.
just friction.
But I'm thinking that once you have your three monitors up,
You can move it easily.
the two on the ends, you can move around, but the one in the center, you probably don't
Yeah.
want it to move.
It's a reference.
Pretty much fixed. Well, I have, the one I have, I don't have anything on the center pole. It's just this mount on the center pole is sterile.
Yeah, I'm thinking, if you've got three 27-inch monitors, having the one in the center not move would cause them not to collide with each other. Maybe. Oh, look, he just
Yeah.
Tear it
Off.
apart,
just
toy.
tear it apart, just broke it.
What amazed me is he got that out. I would have to have gone out in the garage and get a pick tool to get that
A
out.
chisel.
Drill a hole, pop it off.
So
It's that time.
it is that time.
I do some work with a master plumber.
Everybody say bye to Art.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
We'll see you next week, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.